Logan, the Layman Critic here. This one's several days late, unfortunately. I haven't had the time to be able to record a review, But today's review is for 2017's Thor Ragnarok. It's directed by Taika Waititi and stars Chris Hemsworth with Tom Hiddleston and Cate Blanchett. Let's talk movies. Hela, the goddess of death, has escaped from her prison with the intention of destroying Asgard. So Thor and Loki have to put aside their own conflict in order to prevent Ragnarok from taking place. Thor Ragnarok hits the ground running, with the god of thunder facing off against a fire demon as Legion of Monsters, and it's all put to Led Zeppelin's Immigrant Song. It sounds terrific. It looks awesome. Chris Hemsworth is still magnetic as Thor. The tone of this movie is more like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a comedic adventure film, so Hemsworth gets to be much more funnier than in his previous appearances. Thor's interactions with Doctor Strange and then later the Hulk are pretty comical. Jeff Goldblum, he plays the Grandmaster, and he's always saying or doing something that makes you laugh. He's a great side villain. He's thoroughly entertaining. There's some standout bits of action. The beginning fight, as I mentioned, and Thor's gladiator battle with Hulk, they rank high among the entire Marvel Cinematic canon, in my opinion. Visually, it's very colorful and full of characters and creatures of all shapes, sizes, and fashions. In that respect, it's also very similar to Guardians of the Galaxy. For all the strengths that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has, there are only 2, maybe 3 memorable villains in the 17 films that have been put out thus far. I have good news and bad news. The bad news is that Hela is not one of those 2 or 3 villains. I like her design. It's reminiscent of Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty, but the character herself is kind of flat and sort of a retread of Loki, which brings me to the good news. Loki is back, as I had mentioned, and he's in this movie quite a bit. He's not as involved in his evil doing this time around, but Tom Hiddleston is always charismatic, and that's more than enough. His best scenes are his conversations with Thor. They all waver between humorous and tragic, and I think that's why his character works, because he has nuance, and he's got pathos. He's not evil for the sake of being evil. His motives are understandable, even when they're malevolent. So I think that's a large part of what makes him an attractive character. The music's out there. It's Mark Mothersbaugh, so there's lots of synth. It reminded me of Vangelis or Daft Punk. It's a unique score, but I can't actually point to any themes. Nothing stood out to me. Maybe subsequent viewings will draw more attention to that. We'll see. Thor Ragnarok, great film for Marvel to end their year on. It's funny, it has great action, it looks great, has many entertaining performances. I'd probably still rank Spider-Man Homecoming as best Marvel film this year, and probably along the top in general, but this one ranks in a close second for best Marvel film this year. So make sure you go and check it out. Thanks for watching.